Hey guys, welcome back, it's Al. Today I'm painting one of my closest friends' Dungeons & Dragons character Syln. I say painting because I didn't have this channel back when I sketched it out, oops. I also didn't know exactly what he wanted because of the nature of the character, so I made two different quick thumbnails. As you see, one of them is more of a warm-toned piece with more focus on the depth of the dark tones, and the other one is a more ashy, washed-out version. The goal was for both of them had the general vibe of I'm a sketchy wizard child in a couple different ways. At this point I planned on sending him a snap and seeing what he wanted changed and which he overall liked better, but he didn't respond for a while, so I just had to leave this alone for a bit. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. He thought the left one was better for Syln, and honestly I did too. I don't know why, but I just gravitate a lot more toward warm color palettes. Like I said in my first video, I'm trying to branch out more in the colors and lighting I use a bit, so I should try doing some super bold bluish palettes next, haha. I don't know what I'd draw though. I probably shouldn't think about it too hard for now, since I already have so many drawings queued up to upload on here. Speaking of queued up drawings, outside of the two lovely uncles' portrait, I really want to do speed paints of all the characters in the different campaigns I'm in. I'm pretty into tabletop RPGs, so there's a couple characters I should do drawings for. The main one I want to do is the character in the same campaign as Syln, Brinkniar, or 5B. He's called 5B because he's a big buff barbarian bugbear boy. I know that's technically 7Bs, but it's 5 words, so don't think too hard about it. That campaign is honestly so dysfunctional in the most fun way. We progress so slowly through the story because we keep just messing around instead of actually doing important stuff. That's the most fun way to play D&D though. If you can't mess around in a campaign, you're playing with the wrong people. Or you need to re-evaluate how you're playing D&D. But, I'm not judging. Back to the drawings. If you've watched any of my videos before this, you'd notice that I always start with the face and skin and then work my way around the clothes. That way always made the most sense for me because I render the face the most, and doing it first ensures that I won't be burnt out by the time I get to it. I also tried experimenting with how I color in this one. I obviously wasn't trying for realism here, and I didn't want in the be too rendered because I thought it'd look weird with how I drew it. But I also didn't want to do the typical crayon texture I do for some of my less realistic pieces. Instead I tried using that same brush but messing with the opacity so it would blend better. I think it turned out pretty well. Since I've been focusing so much on realistic sketches and practicing anatomy, my standard art style has been lost over time, so it was nice to compose something completely without reference. Well, everything without reference except for the bird. My favorite part of this drawing is hands down the space raven familiar on his shoulder. I wasn't given too many specifics about how the design looked, so I had a lot of liberty in how I interpreted his descriptions. I don't really have a lot to say about it. It's just cool. Once I get better and maybe have more time on my hands and a bigger reputation, I might open up for character commissions, because I really enjoyed doing something without worrying too hard about whether or not it looked as accurate as possible to the original picture. Plus money is always great, haha. Another thing I should probably work on is making interesting but not conflicting backgrounds, because I literally have no clue what I'm doing. But since I'm fumbling around with the background, that means the drawing is pretty much done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.